for the General Tire Dirt Track World Championship. Moran and Davenport bring them to the green. This is your Dixie Chopper. Feel the thunder. At the end of lap number 1, Jonathan Davenport from the outside front row grabs the early race lead. Devin Moran second, Mike Marlar third, Tim McCreadie fourth. He has reeled in your race leader, Jonathan Davenport, and is trying to put the 157 out front here at the Big E, and he will do it. That time by no, he will not. 2 1/1000ths of a second was the advance for Jonathan Davenport at the scoring loop. Now Mike Marlar in sole possession of the lead.
O'Neal and Davenport will go side by side. Now O'Neal will take the lead as they bobble. They almost try to go 3 wide. Davenport trying to sneak through there. O'Neal now to second. The World 100 winner will shoot to the lead at turn 4. 3 different leaders in the first 8 laps of the DTWC, Dustin Jarrett.
Indeed, Hudson O'Neal, the World 100 champ, out front. Oh, no, Ricky Thornton Jr. with trouble on the 20 RT and Bobby Pierce. Oh, no, your season-long points leader for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series with major issues on the 20 RT. He hooked a rut, hopped up the track, and got into Jimmy Owens, and then Bobby Pierce. Pierce was up there with nowhere to go.
And he's got suspension damage down here too. Does Ricky Thornton Jr. They got a lot of work to do, try to get that race car back out there. Heavy damage on the right front assembly on the 20 RT.
In the General Tire Dirt Track World Championship presented by ARP.
Back underway at the Racing for Heroes restart zone. Here comes Marlar. Good, try to squeeze by, not enough room. Tyler Carpenter, are you serious? He goes to second. 17th to second, West Virginia. Here he comes. Rocket Chassis in West Virginia. Kryptonite in West Virginia. They lead here in the Buckeye State of Ohio. First and second, Carpenter for the lead on a turn 2. Dustin Jarrett, are you serious? He's done it.
Oh, Tyler Carpenter to the lead momentarily down the back straightaway.
He's got it.
They're side by side through 3 and 4. Tyler Carpenter takes the lead in the Dirt Track World Championship on lap 24.
As they go down the back straightaway is Tyler Carpenter. 17th to the lead. Brian Shirley second. Off in turn 4, here comes Bobby Pierce, O'Neal, Davenport, Marlar, McCreadie, McDowell, Owens, and Jimmy Owens pitted.
And Carpenter in the wall, and that allows Brian Shirley to get by James. Shirley was able to sneak by down in turns 1 and 2. You saw it right there on the screen, but he is in heavy lap traffic. Carpenter going to try to get him back. He won't be able to. Shirley out front, he becomes the 5th different leader on lap 33.
Unbelievable.
Tim McCreadie working his way back up inside the top 4. Meanwhile, Bobby Pierce goes to the bottom, trying to work his way around Tyler Carpenter. He'll clear the 28 off turn number 2. Carpenter going to try to get a run back on the outside, and trouble for Hudson O'Neal. Hudson O'Neal, who is the highest running driver of the championship 4, has trouble on the Rocket 1.
And right rear tire looks like going down on that Rocket 1 Racing entry. Guys, the news gets worse. A lot of smoke coming out of your leader, Brian Shirley. Randy, what do you think that might be?
I just noticed it a couple laps ago, and it's coming out on the left side.
And just as we say that, guys, Brian Shirley is pulled in. Your race leader just pulled in on the back straightaway. He is bypassing the hot pit. His night is done. Tim McCreadie is your race leader, looking for his first win of the Dirt Track World Championship.
Remember, Brandon Sheppard also in contention to get his 5th, tying the legendary Freddie Smith Pierce to the outside of Davenport. Down the back straightaway. Will we have our 7th different leader before the halfway mark as they come out of turn 4? McCreadie through the middle. Here comes Pierce up top at the line. It's still McCreadie by a car length. Here comes a slider into 1 for 32.
Bobby Pierce will indeed engage the slider, and he clears the 39 off corner number 2. So Bobby Pierce out front, leading this race for the first time. Not so fast, my friend. McCreadie is able to drive back underneath Pierce. Pierce tries to cross him over. No, it's Tim McCreadie that time at the scoring loop. Pierce back out front in 1 and 2. Hudson O'Neal just got by Dalton Wilson. He's in 11th.
Pierce got up against the wall. Brandon Sheppard goes to second. Sheppard for the lead. Man, oh man, what a battle here at Eldora down the back straightaway. Can we have a 8th different leader? Here comes the B5. He takes the lead into turn 3.
Brandon Sheppard works his way by the 32 of Bobby Pierce. It'll be official at the scoring loop. 60 laps in the books, and Brandon Sheppard, your new race leader in the Dirt Track World Championship. Bobby Pierce going to try to drive back by as they've got the lap car of Dalton Wilson to contend with as well. Good battle up front, James. 40 to go.
8 different leaders at Eldora in the Dirt Track World Championship. It's been a dandy. Side by side for fifth.
Side by side for fifth, side by side possibly for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Championship. Jonathan Davenport in the 49, Devin Moran in the 99, and just a couple car lengths behind the Rocket One.
And Davenport's off the pace. Davenport has problems. Davenport has mechanical issues at 49. And Jonathan Davenport, he's trying to make it back to the pit area. And
he does.
He does.
Davenport's night is over, and this is going to go down, well, maybe to Devin Moran and Hudson O'Neal. If something happens to both of them, who knows at this point? At the front of the field, Brandon Sheppard lead. We got a good race for the lead. We got a good race within the race. I don't know.
What just happened?
Here's the battle for the championship on the right side of your screen. Hudson O'Neal and Devin Moran going at it.
O'Neal's got it. O'Neal takes the spot. Here comes Devin. By the way, up front, it's 16 to go. 4.
Moran going to clear him
Sheppard.
again. Moran throws a slider, works his way back by Hudson O'Neal, takes the spot back.
This is pretty sporty right here. Here comes Devin. Devin down the back straightaway in his home state of Ohio. His dad has won the World 104 times as they come up at turn 4. And they are catching Owens and Pearson at turn 1.
Indeed they are. And again, as entertaining as the battle is for the Lucas Oil Championship, exactly, James, with 15 to go, Tim McCreadie reeling back in. The B5 of Brandon Sheppard, a battle for the lead. Moran and O'Neal. Moran back down to the inside for the Lucas Oil points title.
You go, guys. Look at this. Oh, Devin, hang on. O'Neal back. Devin's going to charge down the back straightaway. And Bobby Pierce is slowing in turn number 2. Bobby Pierce off the pace. Your third place car. One of 8 different leaders in this race. Here comes Moran. Moran on the bottom. Devin Moran will go to 3rd.
And that's for the championship.
For the championship down the back straightaway. $200,000. Right now, Sheppard leads. O'Neal drifts up the track. Here comes Moran. They're side by side at a turn 4.
The one of O'Neal slipped up the track. Moran was able to pull alongside momentarily, but was unable to complete the pass. And Hud slipped up the track again. Here comes Moran for 3rd in the championship.
McDowell is back there in 5th, and it's Pearson. And O'Neal brushes the wall. Moran down the main straightaway. They have got 3 laps to go. Brandon Sheppard looking for a record-tying 5th Dirt Track World Championship. On the week we lost Freddie Smith. Sheppard trying to get it done with 2 to go. Devin Moran, Hudson O'Neal. It's going to go to the wire for the Lucas Oil Championship.
Too low, and the Gorsuch Performance caution flag is out. Ricky Thornton Jr. has slowed to a stop on the inside of turn number 2. Unbelievable. Between Devin Moran and Hudson O'Neal, the driver that finishes the highest will be your 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion.
A little bit better restart this time for McCreadie. Pierce is on the outside. Pierce he's still in the lead lap into turn 1. Battle for second, Moran and McCreadie. O'Neal trying to keep it down at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes O'Neal. Here comes 2 laps to go, Dustin. Here comes Moran on the bottom, and Devin Moran throws the slider on McCreadie.
He ain't done yet. He's put one car between himself and the other driver in the championship for momentarily, but Hudson O'Neal's got a run on the outside. Hudson O'Neal and Devin Moran going at it for second in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Championship, coming around to 1 to go.
1 lap to go. Sheppard, Moran, O'Neal. They see the white flag. This is it for $200,000. Sheppard stumbles a little bit on the tip. O'Neal down. Sheppard is out of fuel. Sheppard may be out of fuel. This is it
for the championship
and the win.
Hudson O'Neal with a slider. Moran going to try to cross him over. It's going to be Sheppard winning the race.
No way.
And Hudson O'Neal with the championship unofficially in a wild finish to the General Tire Dirt Track World Championship presented by ARP.